Compadres, welcome to Castlevania Nocturne. For those of you that may be searching, the last season came out a few years possibly before I even made the channel, so if you're trying to find it, I'm sorry, it's just not there. I'm not sure why I waited so long to watch Nocturne. I've only heard that this season isn't as good as the last show, the first one, but I'm not sure in one retrospect. I think it's more of a most likely because of the story aspect, only because I'm pretty sure that the animation is better. There's way more characters also involved as far as I'm aware, but I guess there's no huge implications because I'm pretty sure this does not focus, of course, on Dracula or any of the characters that we have known, I guess, in that regard. Yeah, because I guess it's not focused on Dracula. I guess they don't take the vampire threat as seriously, but obviously, if you remember from Carmilla, she was she was the real problem, and we've clearly seen other vampires be an issue. So I'm really curious to see where this goes. I know this takes place during the French Revolution. I'm not sure which one, because I think there was like 4 French revolutions, so I'm not too sure during what specific time period, but it's sad to say that obviously we're not going to see the characters we've all known, so that's gonna suck. The first time I got into Castlevania, and I have it stored away so I can't show you guys, but was in the PlayStation 2 with Castlevania Lament of Innocence. And when that game first came out, I thought it was like the best thing. Clearly, if you play it now, you could see it's very outdated, but needless to say, I really enjoyed it. That was my first introduction to Castlevania. The next time I was in the Castlevania world was with Lords of Shadow, and then the second one also, which I don't know why I put 3. Yeah, the second one was not good. I didn't get to finish it. It was just, I didn't like where it took place. It was like futuristic. It just didn't seem to fit what we all think of castles and that kind of ancient history kind of way. And the last Castlevania I ever played was, and I think the last one ever made really, was the Castlevania on 3DS, which is Mirrors of Fate, I believe. Long story short, I have played Castlevania. I haven't played the older versions of it. It's not really my kind of game, I guess. But so when the first show came out, I was really excited for it because I've always enjoyed and very fond memories of Lament of Innocence, and so that's why I was like, I needed to watch it. It was so good. And then when this one came out, I mean the teaser trailer when I watched it, man, it got me hyped. But I was hoping that possibly will have to do with Dracula because obviously he is the only one that is immortal. But if he's not involved here, or I guess still living a normal life now ever since his wife probably passed, she was human. I'm just really hoping that like maybe he has something to do with it. Like maybe he's forced back into it. Regardless of it, there's no reason to speculate because I have no clue what is really gonna happen or be about. So let's just get into it and let's see, because I think this is about Richter Belmont, and let's just see what he's up to. The only thing I can definitely say also Castlevania is the soundtracks have always been amazing. I've always loved them, especially Lament of Innocence. Check it out. You should. They're really good. Animation's already better. Oh, Boston. Fancy like always.
Is Auntie Tara a vampire hunter? No. So will I be safer with her? No. I should be here with you, fighting evil.
I'm sorry, Richter.
Purple eyes.
I know it feels like I'm sending you away.
You would think she's like a descendant of Yennefer.
Don't listen to her, Richter. There's always a choice. Julia Belmont.
Why do vampires have to have such nice fashion sense? Almost always. Really cool.
In 250 years, do you know how many vampire hunters have promised to slice me into?
Now, Richter, go to the ship.
50. I mean, he wouldn't be saying that if he went against Trevor and his crew, because they went with the top dog, Dracula. They weren't gonna win, but they still went up to him. And Isaac took on Carmilla. Now he had a lot of help too, but still. Oh, she has both magic and Descendant. That's it. That's a Descendant right there. Of Cypher. Got his ass. Oh my god. Oh my god, the sound effects sound so good. He transformed. A drag. I have never seen that. I mean, maybe I haven't seen like in a previous version of a game. You guys could let me know, but I've never seen that or ever thought of that. Vampire or dragon? Come on, through the Cypher channel electricity.
I'm sorry, Victor. I'm so sorry.
Okay, we're starting brutal. Again. Again. Oh, that looks so cool though. No, now she lost the purple in her eyes. Since I know that Richter's our main character, he's gonna let him live.
Little boy Belmont. That pain, that hate,
The smart thing to do. I mean, I know it's a child, but
unendurable need
kinda
for
gotta kill him.
retribution.
I think he's letting him live. If he does
Because
here,
you see,
his ego.
your mama took someone from me I loved. Oh, I could kill you too.
Yeah, kill him. Technically, that's a smart thing to
And
do.
I will,
I'm sorry.
one day. But not tonight.
Unless he's wanting. Oh my god. Hopefully it's not ego thing. That's a smart thing to do. Okay, come on, bro. That's just messed up. You're a vampire. You could just float around her. No one heard that fight? I mean, I know fireworks are loud, but that's a nice introduction. Western France, 9 years later.
They're born rich and we're born poor. It's the natural order for them to get rich by milking us dry with impossible rents and unpayable taxes. My mother hasn't paid her taxes for
They're all
years
vampires?
now because by that.
Always vampires and fanciness,
They
man.
thought it would stay like
They're almost never like the
till
ones
the
from
end
Blade.
of time. To hell with the natural order. No more kings, no more aristocrats. Vive la révolution!
Oh!
Stay close. Stay
Okay, so
together, don't run
they
into the
were
woods.
expecting that. Okay. Okay, so magic is much more prevalent here, so already. Because even at the time of Trevor, it was very frowned upon. Like the speakers couldn't really do any of it. I mean, weren't allowed to use it. Smart, nice.
You can kill me, Richter Belmont, but it won't do you any good. You will suffer and die, along with everyone you love.
That makes absolutely no sense.
They hit her with their guns.
I told you this.
What did it mean by the vampire messiah?
Who knows? What a ridiculous concept.
It might explain why there seem to be more vampires around lately. They're
Messiah.
gathering somewhere.
So they're not referring to Dracula,
chateau.
clearly.
What's so special about here?
Ham and beans. The local ham and beans is pretty sensational.
Richter has such nice hair. I'm envious, man.
We killed 3 vampires tonight, out in the woods near the chateau. And one of them said something about a vampire messiah.
He's connected actually with the church this time. I mean, that's a huge change considering where poor Trevor Belmont was.
They say they have urgent business about vampires.
Before it died, one of them warned me, which was nice of it, that a vampire messiah is on its way.
Marquis is a pillar of his community.
Like his
What's with
family
church
before him
figures
for
being so
generations.
evil looking
For
and sketchy,
centuries.
man? No one's gonna beat the first guy though. He's on another level.
Before the revolution, he spent all his time at court and probably forgot we existed, even though his wealth is thanks to the pain and suffering of every peasant within 40 miles.
I know how much.
That's the only thing I wish anime did a little bit more. It's just detailing a little bit more of the lips. I don't know. It just really makes the character really look pop out more.
We have a common enemy in evil. Though evil
Jesus, what a jawline
can
this
be
guy
more
has.
subtle than it.
Any character that has like a white or dash,
Thank you.
it's almost never good news, man. Game of Thrones, Invincible.
Ooh, spies, spies everywhere.
They are everywhere, Richter. The whole town. It's why we go to the woods.
We promised your mother we'd come home, so we go
How
home.
old is Richter and how old is she? I think they mentioned that she's a teenager and how he sounds like 18, 19, late teens for sure. Yeah, I mean, aiming with those things, don't really see that happening. You just bring him.
Every single day.
And he's dead. Poor guy. Man, if I knew vampires existed, I am not going out at night. Ever. 7 p.m. Home.
But they're
Well,
suspicious
that's a nice
of the
house.
revolution.
The abbot's a good man, Maria. And what he says, it's
These
not lies.
beautiful women left and
Not
right.
The world is changing.
Oh no, that PTSD.
The world is changing. Tonight, for instance, before the vampires.
What?
People were really listening tonight.
Well, I wasn't.
Why do you kill vampires then? If you're so uninterested.
It's the most fun you can have with your clothes on.
Here's Belmont. Bless.
I don't believe in destiny.
You don't believe in anything. It's because they're evil, Richter.
I mean, it seems
Vampires?
Belmonts are kind of like that.
Evil?
Trevor didn't believe
Oh
anything
my
either.
God, are you
Wow, he really is like his ancestors.
I believe you're the kindest, most courageous people in the world. So I don't need to understand the things you believe in. And I certainly
Are they like the
don't
family
need to
that
believe
adopted
them
him when he
too.
went?
I just need to stand by you.
He said an aunt. Is it his aunt? What was that? What in the berserk is that?
Do you know what they are? Well, whatever they are, I'm sure they can die.
Yeah, that's the berserk character. Has to be. Okay, it seems maybe it's far-fetched to say, but it seems all these demons, because I think they are demons, are like specific against these three people. Because they have a flying like a flying, you have one that's hard enough to not withstand the daggers that he throws. And I guess withstand magic like that. More beautiful people. And they leave. Sand weapons?
Those were night creatures, weren't they?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Nobody's made any for centuries.
Who are you?
They have a forge
Obviously you're
master?
a witch, but where did you come from?
It's a human that has
Wherever
to
you
do it.
are. Thank you.
My name is Annette.
And I'm Edouard. We're from the island of Saint-Domingue, in the Caribbean Sea.
I got PTSD from Saint Germain.
And don't suppose you know anything about a vampire messiah.
Yes. That's why we're here.
What are the chances? And of course, he's now here. Just like his purple.
Good of you to meet me, Belmont, but I can make my own way. You can tell your Messiah I'm here.
Your Messiah. So he's not the Messiah. I mean, I could see definitely why people didn't think that it was, I guess, as good of an intro or as a strong start as the first one, because the first one was like, kill everyone, possibly destroy the world, and this is, I mean, it's a slower start, but I'm intrigued. I'm hooked. I'm honestly hooked. I'm interested to see where this goes. There's a bunch of new characters. I'm gonna take some time to remember their names, but yeah, I mean, overall, it was really good. The animation, okay, so the one thing I could definitely say about this so far is the animation, soundtrack, sound effects, everything was just, it sounded crisp. It sounded good. It sounded way better than the first show for sure. That sounded really good. Voice acting, of course, it just, no complaints. This is just the first episode, so I'm gonna take it all as a whole, but overall it was just really good. I'm really interested to see where this goes. I mean, it has to tie in to some degree with Dracula. It just has to. Now, I don't know how deep this is gonna go into like the actual story of traditional vampires like Dracula, and then to the Castlevania Dracula, because I'm gonna go a little off topic here, but I know in the Castlevania games, the Dracula that we fight even in the very first one, in the very first game, which is Lament of Innocence with Leon, he's not the first technical Dracula, because they get that power from something else, like a black orb, I think, and that can get passed down to vampire, and essentially when they take it, they become Dracula because of the power they can get. I don't think they're gonna go that route. I think they're just gonna make it like Dracula being the original. The one thing I didn't think of until she mentioned night creatures was because I know they're demons, you know, they're brought from hell and whatnot, but I completely forgot. I always thought that whether Hector or Isaac made so many that the rest just kind of wandered off at some point when they died or something, because they only followed the Forge Master. I don't think they ever follow anyone else. Like, if for some reason Hector or Isaac ever had children, they're not gonna follow them, I believe. That's just not how it works. I know at one point they tried like the loyalty rings, but that was different. That was like a magical thing. So I just kind of figured that obviously they made so many that they just kind of dispersed around the continent, and you know, obviously they just ended up there and had to fight him. It didn't cross my mind that there was a new Forge Master, which means these new vampires again have a human working for them. Not that surprising. So many questions, of course, that I'm not going to get answers to unless I watch the show, but I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment below, subscribe. Really helps us down the channel, and hope to see you in the next one. Peace.